Excuse me.
So that can, calling itself tropical and having elements of citrus, which I know there are other elements other than oranges, and I'm really pushing this, and it's a stretch, but that's false advertising. It should be called humid subtropical flavor.
Ugh, you're right. So tropical would be like mango or papaya.
Mongol.
Mango.
Oh, mango.
Oh, what a rube.
I still have your coffee cup. Should I throw that away?
That sweet lick it.
Maybe you already have.
You sleep with it at night?
No, I haven't gone that far yet.
You dry it out on the inside, but you just hold it.
Coffee cup just sits on the back. I've taken out trash.
It's there. I see it. Because it has my flat lid on it.
Which I don't understand why you like the flat lid.
I like the little connectity that you have to fold up and push it into that little spot. I like that the spot is there.
The notch.
Cool. Yeah.
That would hold the flap lid in place.
Yeah.
But this raised lip lid doesn't even, you don't have to bother with any of that. And if the cup's too filled with the flat lid and you push down on trying to get it secure in the notch, then the coffee comes
You're right.
spilling out.
The pleasure that I get of the notch being there and utilizing said notch is outweighs the utility of the lifted lid. This Red Bull's kicking in. Let's go.
I gotta go take my drug test on Tuesday. It's so strange you're gonna be drug tested for the radio job.
The guy gave me the cup and was like, it needs to come up to here, but if it goes past there, it's okay. I said, I was like, I'm not gonna fill it. And then I went in there and I was like, I had to pee more than the cup would hold.
There was one time they gave me a plastic cup almost the size of a Solo cup. I was probably 19. And they're like, pee in this. I filled the thing to the rim, not realizing they didn't need all that. And I came out precariously balancing it, hoping the urine wouldn't spill all over, and used two hands to hand it over. And I got a look, and I didn't understand until for some reason years later it hit me. I was like, why did I pee so much?
Welcome to One Topic, where we stick to one topic. My name is Autumn Fisher.
My name is Greg Russ, and it is my week to pick a topic. I don't know, it's been weighing heavy on me for months now. This starts to kick in, and now we're getting to it. We're focusing on summer, the season of summer, which I cannot stand. I just
like it.
Yeah, do you like it?
Yes. No, I don't like. I like this topic.
Well, that's what I mean. Do you like this topic? I don't even know if I like this topic because yesterday, here's how it came up.
Okay.
Yesterday, I went out of the house. Went to the movies, walking back home from the movies, 6:30 p.m., still bright. People are out, having fun, having conversations, enjoying life, and I was ready to just go in. And that's what I did. But I was instilled with dread on that walk. And I thought to myself, if it weren't summer, if it weren't nice out, these people wouldn't be here. It'd already be dark. Then I could go home and I could feel better about that.
So you felt weird about everyone living their lives and doing things, and you were ending your day.
This real stress. Was it like, why should I care? If I don't want to do that, why do I need to do that? And ultimately, that's what I did, and I can work through this stuff. But I resent the fact that it even comes to play in the first place.
And you feel like it's summer's fault.
And all these people are just putting on a show. We're being social because it's nice. Why don't you be social in the winter? That's real friendship. You go out, you meet someone on a cold, snowy night. You're showing them I care about you and I value this relationship. This is crap. This is cheap.
There's zero effort being made by them to be out because it's not difficult for them to make it wherever they're meeting.
And it's just nicer in their minds, which it is not nicer. We'll get into all this. When I started thinking those, where did it go wrong? Because at some point in my life, I loved summer. And I think it just coincided with school because it meant you didn't have school. It was a magical time. The freedom that you were presented every day, you had this strict structure. And then one day, that's over. For what seemed like a very long time, because
it's nothing though. It's like 2 months.
Yeah, at most, probably. I feel like the school schedules now have been skewed to the point where you're getting a fall break and a winter break and then a spring break, and so you're going to school longer and the summer is much shorter. But
right.
Even when we were kids, it probably was 2.5 months, right? Was it even that? Maybe it was only 2 months.
Well, school just got out here last week, and then they come back a little in the first week of September.
All right. So they
Yeah,
got
it's like 2 months.
They got out a little later than I would have expected. I think here in New York, it's still around Memorial Day and Labor Day,
Okay.
with less breaks during the school year. And a lot of that really does have to do with the reasons I think summer came about in the first place. Maybe not the only reason, but, air conditioning, hot months. Schools didn't have
Sure.
air conditioning. You're not putting the kids in these buildings. And a lot of these old schools here in New York don't have air conditioners. Or they
Right.
put in window units, but it seems to be something they abide by a bit more than, say, the South, where my sister's a teacher. And, yeah, being a teacher after school is out, she gets a few weeks at most, and then it's right back into
Oh, really?
preparing for the new. Yeah. But again, there's a lot of breaks. But so at some point in my life, I was a big fan of summer like everyone else, I think. I'd go outside and run around. We'd play baseball in the neighborhood, ride bikes. I don't remember thinking, this is oppressive heat. I can't stand this.
Yeah.
There was just a real excitement around it.
You're right. I don't remember thinking about the heat when I was a kid. It's the same sort of thought you realize that you never thought about running when you were a kid. You just ran places. Now it's like, oh, I'm running. Oh, God.
Yeah, the moment, because running becomes either exercise and running for the sake of running. Some people I think can enjoy. They get into it and they can turn their minds off or focus on other things, and it's a form of meditation in a way. No, I just keep thinking about how I'm actually running.
Yes, me too.
Or
And how
you-
long I've been running and how much longer I have to be running. And maybe I should run to that stop sign. Well, I'm allowed to stop because I'm a person of my own will and I can stop if I want. So I'm going to.
Or you run because you're late or there's danger. Those are the
Right.
reasons to
No.
run now. But the
Or
end,
there's danger.
or they're endless running as a kid.
Yeah.
So, did it go away with school? Did my dislike for summer? It started shifting, I feel, in middle school.
Okay.
But
Why is that?
when we were kids, one of the big things that we did, man, I'm thinking about how I really did like summer, though. I would watch American Gladiators every morning.
Oh,
And then The
you had
Price
like a
is Right.
schedule for your days off?
The Price is Right.
Sure.
That was always a sign of being home from school. While I'm watching The Price is Right.
And then if you continue and you start watching like the news or if the soaps are on, then I'm like, I've been inside too long. I got to get out of here.
Yeah. No, definitely. It was so boring.
Up until then, though, it's like free range. Like I'm going to be here all day. And then I realized like, ugh, I got to get out of here.
There's a shift to daytime TV. There's morning TV, daytime TV. And once you got to daytime TV in the summer, it was get the hell out.
Yeah.
It's like, I've had enough of this. I'm out of here. But at some point, we started going to a pool quite often, which was fun for years. And in my mind, it seemed like we went for hours and hours and hours at a time. And maybe it was. I'm surprised my mom doesn't have skin cancer because she used to put on tanning oil, not suntan
Yes.
lotion, and just lie in the sun.
Yeah.
Maybe she
Remember
does.
people used to have those like shields, those like mirror shields to reflect the sun back at their face. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, people were really into the sun. I feel like in the 70s, it was like, you got to get some sun, like the sun's good for you. It's natural.
There is, you do get vitamin D from the sun.
Sure.
So, never going in the sun is probably a bad thing.
Right.
But, so at the pool, we would do that, and I had so much fun until I didn't. And I got old enough to stay home alone. And before I was allowed to stay home alone, I was already getting sick of going to the pool. And then I guess I didn't hate summer, though. I just hated the pool. Because then it switched over to I'm staying home alone. My mom and sisters would leave. My dad would be at work, and I'd be alone. And then we had the Prodigy internet. And that was like looking at boobs online time.
Yeah, I was going to mention, like, did you start enjoying staying in more than going out when, like, masturbation started coming into your life?
Partly,
Yeah.
I have to say. But, those pictures took so long to download, there was no way I could risk it with anyone home.
Sure.
So there were rare instances during the school year when I'd be home alone. And they became more and more, but you also didn't know. Sometimes you get home and you didn't know where your parents were or, when they'd be back. So it was a risk. And, so the summer was a good time for that. But anytime I heard a car drive by, I would panic.
Really? We had a garage door opener, so I always knew when my parents were home.
I think we just left the garage open.
Oh.
I should have closed it.
Yeah,
I probably
then you would
did
know.
close it. I mean, there were always...
Uh-oh.
There were always... that noise, the worst noise in the world.
Yep.
Meaning, my time alone is over.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I
gotta
did like
hide
that.
all these Twinkie wrappers that I wasn't supposed to have any of them.
Yeah, put the Sears bra ads away.
Yeah.
Better hide those. So, I guess it just coincides with losing summer as a time off. And if we didn't have summer as time off when I was younger, I probably would have hated it. I don't see any reason to actually like it. And before we get into that, fill me in on your side.
So when I think about the summer, I feel like I have a difficulty about whether I dislike it or whether I like it, because I think I like the summer, but only in specific contexts. So I like summer drinks. I like certain drinks in the summer, like a margarita or like lemonade or
things that
you know
smell like suntan lotion. It's not
it's
sunscreen.
yeah, pina colada.
Sunscreen.
There's I like going to the beach. I like being hot at the beach, but I don't like being hot in my life. You know what I mean? I don't want to go out I don't want to be in a hot Target parking lot with the sun just like absorbing into the ground beneath you, and like all the cars are radiating heat, and you're like, oh, and it's horrible. I hate that. I also fucking hate getting sunburnt when the sun is on you and you don't have anything on, and you're like you don't have any sunscreen on or anything, and then later you're burnt. I feel so angry. I feel the same way when I bite into something that's too spicy. I get really mad at it. Like, fuck you for ruining my mouth. Like, fuck you for ruining my skin. What did I do? I was just walking around outside and you burnt me.
Yeah, you glowing ball of gas.
And okay, that's a separate thing, but it is really far away and it still burns our skin. I think that's amazing.
It's also the reason we're here. Without it, there would
listen, God bless. I'm glad that the sun is there. Thanks for everything, sun. But also, fuck you. Okay.
Can't look at it. I always thought it was a strange thing. There's the object that, in essence, the biggest factor, many factors in life on this planet, but the biggest factor right there. You can't look at it though. Don't look at it.
No wonder people thought it was a god. Right? Like, don't look at it in the eyes. It'll burn you and turn you blind.
It's a very powerful thing.
It really is. He's a benevolent god.
He.
Oh, the sun? Well, I was thinking of like Ra or whatever. I feel like that's a male. I don't know. Did the Egyptians have a
I'm not saying you're wrong.
significance?
I just thought that you're a little more progressive.
Well, is the sun a goddess? I don't know, I guess.
Well, who gives life? Women. Right?
And the sun gives life?
Well, we just covered that.
Oh, water too. It's a couple of things.
Yeah, and it is a couple of things.
Yeah.
More than a couple of things.
Okay, but let's talk about. So I only like the summer in very specific ways, but I like the colder months. Really, spring. I'll take a spring.
Yeah, that's the third best season. How would you rank them?
Yeah, fall, winter, spring, summer.
That's the way you would rank it.
Yeah.
You'd put winter second.
Yeah.
I feel like that's exactly how I'd rank it.
Okay.
But I feel like a lot of people would say spring, fall, summer, winter.
Spring, fall. Ooh, they put winter last?
People dislike winter. They cannot stand it.
I like it because when I think of winter time, and I don't mean like explicitly winter time, because listen, there's fall, and I don't care what the dates are. I really don't. I'm talking fall activities are fall activities. Winter, like Christmas, I don't give a shit where it falls in the calendar as far as like winter or fall. You know what I mean? I like winter activities. Snow, I like, and in the fall, I like the drinks. I would rather
have pumpkin spice latte every day of your life.
Totally. I would rather have like something with a cinnamon stick in it versus like a lime, something. So like if I feel like a margarita, for example, is a very like thin taste. right? But something with like a cinnamon or like a clove, which is a more like cold weather thing, is a more rounder taste. And I'm more interested. Like I feel like I like that more, even though I like both. But I feel more comforted and happy about the winter drink. Does that make sense? Oh, I said that. Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
Yeah.
There are things you do during those seasons that are more comforting.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
I like the clothes.
That's all about wrapping up and warming up.
Scarves.
Even just being outside.
Cute hats.
It's so much more romantic.
It is so romantic.
Being somewhere in the snow. And I know growing up in Georgia, there wasn't that much. Surprisingly, there was more snow than I think there was. I think back, it's like, wow. And that seemed to have gone away.
It's like once a year, I feel like it snows.
There was that blizzard in the 90s.
Those are weird. Yeah, like 93, that blizzard.
Yeah, I had a t-shirt. I survived.
You have that? Do you still have it?
No, I have no clue where that is.
Oh my God.
I don't even know how I got it. I think I just took it from a friend's house. That should go back to our stealing episode. And probably is like, I like that.
Yoink.
I also stole $10 from a friend once.
Wow. Was it the same person?
No, probably different people. I was what a terrible person I was.
Yeah.
I just wanted it. I said, I like that. Give it to me.
In 93, so you were 13?
Well, the t-shirts probably came out later. 13?
Yes?
No, that'd be 11.
Oh.
For some reason.
I'm not here for maths.
For some reason, I drew a distinction. If I was 13, I'd be a teenager, even though you're supposed to be a bit more of an asshole, and that behavior probably would be more acceptable for a teenager.
Oh, but you felt like a younger person would be like, I don't know, I took it.
Yeah, it was just harmless. I just saw it and liked it.
Yeah.
Which, no excuse. I knew better.
Okay, so the blizzard, 93, it does snow in Georgia. So...
But the point I was making is, still to this day, being in New York now for almost 12 years, if it doesn't snow a lot in the winter, I'm sad.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
I love the snow still to this day. I don't own a car, so I don't have to deal with that stuff. I understand there are a lot of things that come with snow that aren't fun.
Okay.
But I think it's the most romantic thing. Walk through a park in the summer, clothes stuck to you because you're sweaty, it's all humid, and people are running around in their shorts and their tank tops, which I haven't worn shorts since 2008, I think.
Maybe this has something to do with your hatred of summer. You're just too hot.
Well, I don't want shorts. There's no good men's shorts out there.
Sure there are.
No. I don't like any of the styles.
And you have nice legs. Show me your legs.
No, they haven't seen the sun in a very long time. They blind you. They reflect so much light.
Are they hairy legs?
There's some hair, not as much as you would think. But I could put my legs up on you and they would reflect the sun into your face.
Oh, yeah. So someone like an old lady who needs that mirror thing?
Yeah, just take my legs.
But only for so long because then they'd get nice and tan.
They just burn to a crisp.
Stop working.
Just almost immediately. I think they'd crisp up. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, a park in the summer.
Someone make a barbecue?
It's another thing. I got a text today. Hey, I'm going to have a barbecue later. You want to come? It's a friend that I really like.
Yeah.
And I should go hang out with him. But I also, if this were the winter, you wouldn't be. If it was a winter barbecue, I'd probably be more inclined to go.
Well, see, that's something that I like about the summer. Being outside with friends and the weather's pretty, if it's not oppressive, you eat coleslaw in the summertime, and coleslaw can be really fun and delicious. Coleslaw. Grilling out in the summer is fun.
I bet.
Drinking a fruity cold beer with your friends.
A fruity cold beer?
Yeah.
What's a fruity beer?
Like a Leinie.
No way.
Leinenkugel.
No, thanks. I'm a man, Autumn.
Oh.
I'm a man. I can't have fruit flavors.
You're right. So you want like a Guinness in the sun?
Hints of nature's candy in my beer.
Nature's candy.
I can't have any of that.
Do you want like a chocolate milk stout in June?
No, I don't like those in the winter either.
Okay.
So that's one thing. I don't like the stouts that come out. I don't want any of that.
Yeah.
I do like
double chocolate dark milk stout.
Well, I'm not a beer connoisseur. Just give it to me. If it tastes all right, it's fine.
See, the fruity Leinenkugels are so good in the sun. But I'm annoyed walking out of my house and it being so hot. Getting into, you don't have to deal with this, but getting into that hot car.
I know what it's like. That's one of the most awful things.
Ugh, the worst.
And the people who get leather seats as a
I know.
status symbol. Look at me. It's like, yeah, enjoy that. Your black leather in the summer serves you right. Trying to
Those
show
people never wear shorts.
You can't.
You can't.
You'll burn and you'll melt to
Yep.
the seat. That stickiness on those seats and your skin showing.
No.
You have to,
Okay,
you have
so
to
let's-
peel yourself off.
And
This-
that's, I think, another thing too. Like, I thought I wrote this down about like summer sex versus winter or fall sex, because maybe if you're the kind of person that likes the heat, right? He's like, I just love hot weather. You know, like I love Miami. I was going to say like Miami. I always picture someone. There was this girl I was talking to once, and I was saying how I love this weather. It was really cold. And she's like, oh, I hate it. Like, I just love hot weather. You know, like I grew up in Miami and blah, blah. She's like, the hotter, the better. And I thought she was nuts. I wanted to push her into the street because I thought she was crazy. And then I was thinking about those people who love the heat, and then maybe they like that like hot, sweaty sex. And that does not interest me at all. I do not want like sweaty, hot, dripping sweat sex. I want like nice, cool, dry, but in the, you know, not in the wrong places dry, but like dry, cool sex.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
For the
And then the
moments that
cold weather is even better. Like you said, it's like so romantic.
Let's put our bodies together and warm
Yeah.
up. with-
You can cuddle, like you can scoosh in with somebody and you're not really that close to them. Like you don't have to, in the summer and you're wearing less clothing, you are so much more exposed. And so like if you like get up next to someone, you are a lot closer than if you were wearing, you know, an undershirt and a sweater and then a peacoat and then a scarf and then gloves.
I love it. I love those winter clothes.
Yeah.
I've not that I mean, you look at people, you find them attractive, but it's not even because I'm really thinking of them naked. And when you're wearing less clothes, that thought comes to mind a little bit more. I just, for some reason, really like the idea of people bundled up. It's like I have to do this to survive this weather. And if you want to start thinking about them naked, they leave so much more to the imagination, and I just feel like it'd be more fun, like layers on an onion. If you get to the point with the person, yeah, take the hat off, then I'll take the scarf off, then I'll take the pea coat off, then I'll take the sweater off, then I'll take the undershirt off, and then just on and on and on.
I'm wearing jeans. Oh, I'm wearing a snowsuit, and then I'm wearing my jeans, and then I'm wearing long johns, and then my underwear.
It's like those
Finally.
Russian dolls
Yeah.
until you get down to the very little one.
Duh.
Yeah, maybe some guys it is like that for some guys. Same thing. They have their clothes peeled off in the winter, and then it's just the little one.
And then you're really disappointed.
Yeah, it's bulgier.
Yeah.
With all the clothes, you're like, oh wow, and then what smaller?
I was keeping my penis warm with all these
It's getting
socks in my
smaller.
underwear.
And it's gonna look smaller in the cold anyway.
Oh, that's true. Is that bad?
Well, once you're aroused, it doesn't.
I guess so.
If
But you have to explain that. I'm a grower.
hopefully people know. At this point, that's common knowledge. I feel it shouldn't
Okay,
be
so
something
coming
needs to be pointed
into.
out.
Sorry, what?
I said, I don't think it's something that needs to be pointed out.
Nah.
Well, let's just get this out of the way. We're on this topic. I brought this up to you before off the show. I switched from regular boxers to boxer briefs because of the summer. Because I don't need to go into too much detail, but things stick, and then you have to walk in a strange way, like a duck waddling, to try to unstick them.
Sure.
And I
And
just
you
got
try and be discreet.
If you're in public, you can't grab it. Some people will.
No, you gotta like. Bleh.
They'll
It's
just
like,
adjust. They don't care. But that drove me insane. So I just made a switch, a whole underwear collection. Years of getting, new underwear. It's like, get out of here. I'm making the switch for this reason. If I'm going to wear pants, I have to make adjustments.
yeah. You like it better?
Yeah, I think it's better. Boxers are strange anyway.
They are strange. It's too loose.
It is very loose.
Yeah. What's the point of them? You may as well just not be wearing anything.
Well, I mean, I think about the guys who wear shorts. You should never wear regular boxers if you're wearing shorts. Umbros were a big thing. And
What are umbros?
they're soccer shorts, and there'd be guys in middle school who wear boxer shorts and Umbros, and Just sitting
They're like
at a
silky. They're like basketball shorts.
desk.
Is that the same thing?
Similar.
Because there's like a whole fetish thing where guys wear basketball shorts but no underwear, so you can like see their dick through it.
Well, if you wear boxer shorts, you could the same thing. But I didn't.
It's
know
a whole. It's like a fetish.
Is the fetish with women, or is it the idea of men they're exposing
No, I think
themselves?
it's gay guys mostly.
Oh, well, that's nice then. They both can be in on it.
Okay.
I feel like that's different because a guy doing that, knowing what he's doing, trying to expose himself to women. Mm-hmm. Not that saying every gay guy's going to see another guy's penis,
Right.
but
They're going to be more into it.
if there's an understanding, then sure.
So yeah, I was going to say I love the idea of it being cold outside and then coming into a house and it being like not too hot, obviously, but just like a warm house and it smells like food. It smells like someone's like cooking in there or like someone's baking something. I'm really into baking things in the wintertime. I'm into like crocheting and I'm learning how to knit, but I only do it when the weather's cold. I never do it in the summer. And I love those things. So I think I think about the fall and the winter, and I think about how cozy and happy I feel about the different activities, but I enjoy doing the things that we talked about in the summer. Like we just went blueberry and there's something called a black raspberry picking today, and it was lovely. And the fruit tastes so sweet, like nature's candy, and it was a great time. And I love going to a pool. Like I said, I love going to the beach. But these are things that are like activities that are made for the summertime. I don't want it to be summertime anytime else. I don't want to walk to my car and it be fucking hot as shit. I don't want to get in the hot car. I don't want to be in a parking lot where it's so... I don't want to be around cars emitting all that heat. Like, I don't like any of that.
What you said about coming inside in the winter, almost immediately, the transition from cold to warmth is very, very nice. And it happens, and all right, thank God I'm here. You come inside from the heat, the air conditioner is probably not even on because you're trying to save energy.
So that's another thing.
You got to turn it on, and let's just say it is on. Let's say the air conditioner's already on, the climate control is set where it needs to be. You come inside, and you have to dry out. You have to hang yourself up pretty much.
Yeah.
Like a towel.
And then you smell.
Under the armpits.
You're emitting smells.
Stenches all over the place.
Yes, all your folds are stanking.
And you have to shower. Sometimes I skip showers.
I don't shower. In the wintertime, I shower like 2.5 times a week.
2.5?
That's on average.
I was just thinking about a half shower. I guess if you don't wash your hair, does that count as a half shower?
I don't know. I think a shower is a shower.
If you're in the shower, yeah, it should just count as a shower.
Yeah.
But all right, you're averaging. 2.5
2 3/4
hours.
stars a week.
But this thing today, I don't even know what to do with it. This barbecue. After we're done recording, should I go? I go outside. I have this intense emotional response to the environment. And, it increases my tendency for rumination, which then leads to depression.
Oh, no. I think listen, if this was like mid-July and it was humid and crazy, then I would say like, forget it. It's too hot. But it has not gotten as hot as it's going to get. So you should enjoy it now.
I can offset, you're right. I can offset the increase in heat because now the days are going to start getting shorter. They get hotter.
Yeah.
As we continue on. But now that we're past the summer solstice, there is a peace of mind leading up to it. From the equinox in spring, I hate it. I mean, honestly, from the winter solstice, I can't stand it because I know the days are getting longer and longer and longer, slowly. And I cannot stand the light. That's another factor to this. This is why I bring this up. The days are so long. And going back to being a kid, that was a fun thing. It's like there was so much daylight, you could stay out late. You could get home at 9 and it wouldn't be dark yet.
Yeah.
And you feel like you put in a long day and you actually were tired, and then sleep was a little bit better because you were tuckered out.
Tuckered out, little guy.
Is that the saying? What does that mean?
Tuckered out? Yeah.
I don't even know what tuckered means.
Yeah, that's a good point. Does it have to do with being tucked into bed?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Look up the etymology.
It's tough with my kids because sometimes it was light outside and they were like, "Why are we going to bed? It's still daytime." You're like, "No, it's not. It's actually 8:30. Go to bed."
Yeah, and then in the winter, 4:30. Well,
That's hard too.
no,
Like when the time changes and then
that's
it's dark early too. It's crazy.
that's my favorite day of the year.
Really?
Going back to standard time, turning the clocks back. There's this push to get rid of daylight saving or get rid of changing the clocks, which I would be for. But people want to stay on savings time. And go to standard time. Standard time is the time that we switched to in November.
Why do they want to stay on? What's the argument for one or the other?
Because you get the extra hour with savings.
But it's a wash, isn't it? I mean, it's the same.
Well, let's say, so here in New York, it gets dark at 4:30 in the winter. If we didn't switch the clocks back, it'd get dark at 5:30.
Okay.
Just meaning
that's standard time.
when it gets dark at 4:30, it's standard time.
Oh, okay. All right, so that makes sense that people want to keep savings time.
But why? What is
Because
this
then it gets
obsession
dark
with light?
at a normal time. 4:30 is too early.
4:30 is
5:30 like on the
amazing.
cusp of early, but it's understandable.
4:30 is amazing. The sun comes up at 7:30 in the morning in the winter, and it's set by 4:30. I thrive in those days.
Because you like staying up late. You want to be in the darkness.
I'm actually more productive in the darkness and at night. There's this sense, again, I'm overrun. I'm so sensitive to my environment. All this input, and I can't handle it. And then I feel this pressure to be doing something because everyone else is out there. And then I feel bad that I don't want to be out there and I'm not like these people. And at night, while there's always people up, especially in cities, a lot of them aren't. And you feel a bit alone, which is a nice feeling. And then that inspires me in return. Maybe it alleviates all these added pressures, and it allows me to move forward and do something, whatever it is I want to work on. Even if I don't do anything, I just enjoy staying up until 3 a.m.
So that's interesting because I feel like it's the opposite for so many people, that the darkness feels depressing. Or like when people, when it's like a bunch of rainy days in a row, people like get headaches and they stay inside and they're not happy.
Rainy.
And
my head hurts. This past week here it was rainy, Monday through Friday. Greatest gift. I loved it.
And you don't even own an umbrella.
No, that's a choice that I make. I own an umbrella. I just don't use the umbrella. I get soaked sometimes. I reach out to you and I send a picture. I'm like, look, soaked again.
Yep.
But I refuse to use the umbrella. You carry it around with you.
What is that?
Just don't want to lug it around with me.
But it's nothing, especially if you get those little ones.
That break immediately?
No, why would they break immediately? You're not in a tornado.
Oh, but umbrellas here in New York, you can get them. If you're caught in a storm, they sell, like, people just pop up out of nowhere. It's, were you living in the sewer and you just came out from under the ground because it's raining with your supply of umbrellas? And they're $3, $4, and they're pretty much built to just get you through that. They will break almost
I'm talking
immediately.
about go to a Target and get a tiny umbrella. You can just wrap it around your wrist. You won't even know it's there.
I don't want it on my wrist. Swinging away. It's swinging in opposition with my arm.
Yeah,
so your arm's going forward and it's swinging back, then your arm's coming back and it's swinging forward. I don't want that.
And then you can grab it. You can lift it up and
if I'm going to get one,
you feel like a ninja.
If I'm going to get one, I want one that's long enough to serve as a cane.
Oh. Well, those are cool.
Like singing in the rain.
Yes, and then you can do that. Don't you want that?
No. Because if I'm going to sing in the rain, it's better to be wet singing in the rain.
So to me, I feel like the benefits of the umbrella outweigh the burden of carrying the umbrella. See, I feel like you're just being stubborn, like, no, I don't want it.
And it's probably along the same lines of not wearing
I get
shorts.
wet. That's my thing.
It has become my thing.
Okay.
A weird point of pride misplaced.
Yeah, for what? For what?
Purposeless.
What does it prove?
There's no reason.
You're like, I don't need. Oh, Craig, it's your thing where you're like, I don't need anything, and that includes dryness.
Yeah, you're probably right. Psychoanalyzing me.
I don't need anything. I don't need people. I don't need sunlight.
I do need people. I'm owning up to that. I need people.
Yeah.
I just don't like the pressure that summer brings along, hanging out with people. You should do it. It's nice. 4th of July stresses me the hell out. Everyone, we gotta go out. We gotta find a spot for the fireworks. It's gonna be so great. I'd just rather stay inside and let it pass.
Man. That's tough. That's tough to be. That's a tough person to want to have fun with. Do you know what I mean?
I'm open to a lot of fun.
Yeah, but just not like you have to have fun on this specific day. That's too much for you. You don't like that.
No, any day that's... 4th of July here in New York is different because they do the fireworks over a river and in the harbor, and there's many vantage points to see them.
Okay.
So a lot of people do. It's the only fireworks really that you could see from the city. I feel like in the suburbs, we'll go to the country club. We're going to be doing fireworks there.
Yeah, and there's
places.
like specific places you have to, and then it takes forever to leave if you drive there because everyone's it's a lot.
But there's so many people that go out that the battle. It's the same thing to get home ultimately on the subway. Mm-hmm. Last year was a shit show getting back to my apartment after.
So you went out last year?
Yeah, to a rooftop, some rooftop in North Brooklyn, and it was fine.
Yeah,
and watched the fireworks, and then the trains were packed to hell.
Yeah,
just watch some explosives in the sky. Listen to Bruce Springsteen, "Born in the USA." People cheering, having no clue what the song's actually about. Which Stephen Van Zandt came out and said.
America!
Stephen Van Zandt from the E Street Band came out and said, yeah, everyone misunderstood that song, but it made me a shitload of money. the misunderstanding made me a lot of money.
Did he write it?
No, but he's in Springsteen's band.
Right.
I mean, maybe he's a co-writer on it, if he's still getting paid for it or not, but those kind of things. And then what else are they going to play? Katy Perry's Firework. Oh, wow.
Oh, interesting.
Original.
Yeah.
And then
I always think of that America, sweet America. You know what I'm talking about?
Keep going.
God shed his grace on thee. Okay. So I agree about all those things we've said about summer, but I like to do those activities, and I think it's because I do enjoy ritual. So I like finding the thing we do every year for certain holidays, and that includes 4th of July or Halloween or any of the things. I just like a ritual.
And traditions.
And tradition.
Which I can get behind. Again, I know I'm being very negative about all of this. Going back to childhood, that's when you go on family vacations, which I tended to enjoy. Mm-hmm. I liked that. That was fun. The other reasons I stated wasn't always so bad. I'm struggling at saying something positive. But I'm trying because I don't want to be, completely negative about it.
Yeah.
We probably already passed that.
Yeah. Is there anything positive you can say about summertime?
No. I said the positive things already. Like now?
Right now.
Nothing comes to mind.
Okay.
Not one thing.
Like what I hate about
ice cream,
summertime?
for example. Here's ice cream, for example. I'll eat that year round. That's not a summertime treat for me. What angers me is soup. Soup is ruined by the summer. And I love making soups, and I love eating soups. And who wants to eat a soup in the summer? You're already hot. You come in, you don't want to put another hot broth into your body. Mm-hmm. And it's a delicious food that is ruined by the heat.
You're right. I'm annoyed by, I'm grateful for air conditioning, but when you go
the higher electricity prices that come along with that.
That's true. But that happens in the winter too, because you have to increase your heat.
Nope, not here.
Just New York thing, right? Like that doesn't the
Heat's
building
included.
pay for the heat?
The steam heat comes on, radiator radiates, no extra cost.
Yeah, but isn't it set at a certain temperature and you can't control it?
I can turn it off. That's about it. On and off. There's a valve.
So what about if you turn it on when you're going to bed and then you wake up super duper hot?
You open a window, balance it
see,
out.
That's annoying.
Nah, it's nice. That's great.
Oh, the cold, that would be nice.
And you're under the
Oh
covers.
my God, a hot tub in the winter. Get out of
Yeah,
town.
hot tub in the summer. Think about that.
Yeah, no thank you. I was going to say what used to annoy me a lot about summer was it would be so hot outside, and then you would go like in a movie theater or grocery store and it'd be freezing. And then I was thinking about all of our what is it, like our regulatory system in our bodies, and how like in the summer we're supposed to lose weight because heat makes you not hungry, because you're supposed to be, I guess, like working off your fat or something. Isn't that what it was? Because like when you go into a movie theater or the grocery store, it's cold because cold makes you want to eat so that you can like pack on.
Well, you need more energy when it's
weight.
cold because your body has to expend more energy to keep you warm.
Right. And then I was annoyed that there wasn't, like, grocery stores did not have to be so freezing, or movie theaters didn't have to be so cold. So like I still am going to get fat in the summertime because everywhere I go is actually kind of cold. You know, I felt like there was a time where everywhere I went in the summer, I was actually freezing because I was only outside for these short amount of times, but I was always indoors somewhere that was way too cold.
Think about the amount of electricity that's used in the summer. Air conditioning's blasting everywhere. I set mine to 60 at night. It's as low as it goes. If it went to 40, I'd set it to 40. If it went to 30, I'd set it to 30. It just goes to 60. Mm-hmm. I wonder if there's an air conditioner that goes lower. I got to find that thing. And then I don't sleep under the covers at all. I sleep on top of the covers. And
Aren't you cold in the night?
Well, the goal is to get cold, so then you want to get under the covers.
Yeah.
There's a game at play.
Get cozy.
Yeah, there's a game at play. It's like I'm staying on top until I get too cold.
Yeah.
I think about people who live on the equator.
Ugh.
Suicide. That's
No,
what happened
I
to
don't
me.
understand. That's what I'm saying. Those people like sweaty sex. Those are the people who like
Well,
that.
that's all they know. I guess if you grow up in that situation, what else are you going to do?
But we grew up in Georgia, and now we like. So you could say the argument is the other way and say like, oh well, you didn't grow up with snow, so now you love it.
Well, we did live in Newburgh, New York when I was 2, and I have memories of snow. So maybe for me, I
love the snow too, and I guess maybe there's some subconscious thing about living in Maryland when I was 3.
Yeah, it could be there. Look, the snow is very nice. You ever been to a beach in the snow? That's the way to do it.
I would like to. The beach doesn't exist in my mind if I'm not there.
What?
It doesn't exist.
Out of sight, out of mind? Is that what you mean?
I'm just, anytime I'm there and like the last day we're leaving or something, I think, wow, this beach is still here even when I'm gone.
Yeah, like every other place.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but because the beach is such a summer, like a vacation thing, it feels like it's just there so that people can vacation there, but really it's just there.
I understand. It is strange to think about that.
Yeah.
There's places that you go visit outside of the beach, and then you're not there for years, and you go back, and this spot has existed right here this whole time.
If we went back to Six Flags right now, all the places that I remember going to in middle school would still be there.
Not that Cyclone, though. The Georgia Cyclone's been torn down.
Was that the wooden one?
Yeah, the compact wooden one.
Okay.
That gave you a migraine.
Yeah.
I wonder if the
What about the ninja?
wonder if the mine train is still there.
Yeah, mine shaft?
It was Mine Train. It was
Mine train.
baby roller coaster. Which, by the way, is on... I looked up this list of fun summer activities. It's a checklist. See a movie at the drive-in? No, thanks. Walk on the boardwalk and listen to the boards creak under your feet. Yeah, you do that in the winter? It's great. No one else is
Listen
around.
to the boards creak under your feet. Okay.
In the winter, I go to Coney Island. It's shut down, but walking on the boardwalk is great. And Nathan's Hot Dogs is always open. Oh, okay, I got something.
Okay.
One thing I like about the summer, the Nathan's Hot Dog eating competition. Though it's not as good as it used to be.
Right.
Because Kobayashi is no longer involved and Chestnut just keeps winning. Except for that one year Stoney beat him, but it doesn't count because that was the year after. Well, the year prior, Chestnut won, proposed to his girlfriend at Coney Island, and then the next year they had broken up. So I think just being back in that spot probably was too much heartache and heartbreak. So Stoney beat him. That didn't count. He needs some kind of competition. Blow bubbles. That's a good summer. You ever blow bubbles in the winter? Oh, they freeze. It's amazing. Much more interesting. Play tag, hopscotch, or one of your favorite childhood games. No, thank you.
That sounds so stupid.
Yeah, a middle-aged person playing hopscotch.
It's hilarious and horrible. Can you imagine someone out there
just going up out on the street in New York. It's
Like,
fitting.
what's wrong with Jill?
There's another thing. There's something about summers in New York. It can become so oppressive. It gets very hot and humid, and you're exposed to the elements more. But because there's a lack of air conditioning, central air, a lot of window units, people will hang out on their stoops. And if you ever hang out on your stoop and have some beers at night, that's nice. Or people open the fire hydrants. Very stereotypical New York things.
I ran through an open fire hydrant.
When you were here, which is the fire department at this point gives you an attachment so you don't waste so much water. It's like, look, you're going to do this. It's hot. We understand. Use this attachment and save some
It's
water.
probably safer, right? Like the pressure coming out of one of those things could really knock you off your feet.
It can be a lot. So ride a roller coaster was on here. Okay, fine.
All right.
Ride a roller coaster. Play miniature golf. Win a prize at the fair. You have to carry it around. It's like the umbrella. I don't want to win any
win
prize.
a shit. Okay, spend $40 trying to win some piece of garbage, like really hard stuffed animal thing filled with like tissue or whatever it's filled with.
And then those really big ones, those oversized ones that people think they want until they have to lug it around.
And then the weird game that people would play with that, like some girl that likes the guy would win it for her.
He proved that he liked me by spending
And I'd keep
$75.
it. And then when we break up, I'll return it to him.
The bottle ring toss.
Yeah,
Catch fireflies at night.
it's kind of fun.
As long as you don't
kids.
rip off their glowers.
Yeah, that's what I never did that, but this girl that I knew from Brownie Camp would take them off, like take off their thorax or whatever, and like make a bracelet out of it.
Yeah, you
I
just
thought that was disgusting.
murder the thing.
Yeah.
That was nice. Fireflies were nice.
Mhm.
After a long
Do you
day.
see fireflies where you are?
If I went-
Lightning bugs?
If I went to the park,
Oh,
Prospect Park, where when you were here last week, we walked there, you can see them.
Yeah.
Eat a whole lobster with your hands. Lobsters are year-round. You don't have
That's
to do
on
that.
a list?
That's on this list. They're year-round. Lobster season is end of June to end of December. So it's not just a summer thing. Get out of here with that. Pick berries and peaches at a farm. You did that.
I did that tonight.
So there you go. There's something. Buy a creamsicle from the neighborhood ice cream truck. Ice cream
These are
trucks.
weird.
Ice cream trucks I do like. That's another New York thing where they're really always around in the summer.
Yeah.
What's one
This is
thing-
a weird list. This list is creeping me out in some weird way.
Make lemonade from scratch. Eat corn on the cob. Sip a sweating glass of iced tea.
These things are just things. They're not saying like special things for summer. It's just do something. And it's like use the bathroom and wipe with toilet paper.
Nap in a hammock.
Okay.
Sit on a porch swing.
Sit on your porch. Sit on a porch swing. Talk with a neighbor.
Even smoking cigarettes was better in the winter when I smoked.
Oh yeah.
Something about smoking a cigarette in the heat.
Totally. It's hot. You're like, ugh, it's this hot air inside your butt. Ugh.
I would also switch to menthol sometimes in the winter to make
Ew,
make
no.
it extra cool.
Ew, no. Extra cool.
I just wanted to, I heard I got the cold air flowing in, cooling off your lungs. So give me some of that menthol.
Now my mouth is numb and I love it.
Let's double up. It's like when I eat Altoids. I want 10 of them. One's not enough.
Yeah. I feel better about the colder times, like when it's cold outside and things you do and consume in the cold.
Pick wildflowers.
But I like summer activities. I hate this list.
swim
I hate
swim
the
in a
list.
lake. Yeah, so I get
Okay.
an amoeba that eats my brain.
I just don't like it just seems really obvious.
Go camping. The last thing I want to do. I hate camping.
Oh my god, Ellie wants to camp. She talks about it a lot.
Send
She's
her
like,
out.
"Oh, camping."
Send her and see she can see how awful it is.
Yeah. not
Sleeping
fun.
on the ground, dumping in a pile of leaves, using tree bark to wipe your butt. Enjoy
Maybe
that,
that should
Ellie.
be on the list. Go camping and take a shit in the woods and use a leaf to wipe your butt. Okay, thank you, list.
See a summer blockbuster.
Shut up.
Read a trashy novel. Yeah. only-
This list is the worst. Use a pencil to write a list. That's what it feels like to me.
Feel the sun on your back. Go to a baseball game. I will say that when I was a kid, I was really into the Braves. And, since they moved to Cobb County, now they're the Smyrna Braves. I don't care as much.
Smyrna.
I'm not rooting against the players. I hope that they win. But when I was a kid, that was fun. That was baseball season. summer. So there's a positive thing. There's a few. I just
That's fine. A baseball game's fine. But saying things, get a haircut in the summertime.
smell freshly cut grass. That was okay.
Shut up!
That was okay. You can't. No one's cutting their grass in the winter.
They're not?
No, it doesn't really. I mean, I guess it depends on what kind of grass is it. Bermuda grass just turns brown, and that's it.
Bermuda grass. Grass.
You like fescue?
I'm totally a fescue.
I don't think you have to cut fescue in the winter. It just stops.
But whatever, smell fresh cut grass. That's not like
That's a thing.
I'm gonna go out today. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna smell some grass.
That was a fine thing.
No, now you're defending this list.
No, I think it's a dumb list for the most part.
I hate the list.
Yeah, you want something else?
Yeah. Oh, you know what's a really great summertime activity? Brushing your teeth before you go to bed. Wow, that's a good one.
Play tennis.
Put on shoes. Or like even something even a little bit more specific, like wear flip-flops in the summer. Yeah, no shit list.
Bring a blanket and lie on the grass at an outdoor concert.
At an outdoor concert?
I can't sit on the ground. I'm not flexible enough. It hurts for me to sit on the ground.
What?
I can't sit with my legs crossed. I can't even touch my toes.
Oh, because your legs are tight. Because you got those tight pants.
It's nothing to do with the pants because
You
they're
got them
actually
tight pants.
they're very stretchy on them. If they're tight, they've got stretch to them.
Ooh, they're too tight.
Yeah, my muscles are too tight.
Your big sexy legs.
I can't touch my toes. So sitting on the
I
ground.
can't touch my toes either.
I can't sit with my legs crossed.
Can you like if you bend your leg a little bit, you can touch your toes?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
That's probably
five.
unhealthy, isn't it? Virtual high five. All right, so there it is. That's all I've really got. I was hoping that I could come up with a reason to actually enjoy summer, but my air conditioner's been off while we've been recording this, and it's already getting hot.
Yeah, I bet. I have a fan. That's why. That's nice.
Like even at this point, what is it? It's 82 degrees. This switch, if the climate is changing and things are getting warmer, oh my God, I just want to die. There's people say that's good. Warmer's good. No. Ice age. I want to live during an ice age. I want to go to
Snowball Earth. You want the Snowball Earth back?
Yeah, I want to go to Alaska and live there in the winter where the sun doesn't come up, and then go down to Antarctica.
Okay, but can I say a negative about the wintertime?
No.
Just one.
Okay.
When it's like snowing and windy and it hurts and it stings your face, like you can't look into the wind and you're like like you can't even hardly see where you're going because you're shielding your face from the needles in the sky.
Yeah, that's called being alive. It's like, wow.
That makes you feel good.
Yeah, you're really out there and you're surviving. I just I hope that, as people get older, they say you hate the cold weather more. Your bones, you get those winter bones.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't happen. I
That's a
mean,
good point.
I believe that it happens because so many people talk about it, but that'd be a sad point in my life when I retreat to a warmer climate. Never. I won't do it. I'm staying.
You won't turn into those New Yorkers that go to Florida in the summer and the winter?
Or for good.
Yeah.
A lot just go for good. They get old and they leave. And they are failures to me.
Because they gave up on New York? What if they've lived there for like 60 years?
It doesn't matter. You die here. I get it that it can be difficult. I see people who can barely walk, the stubborn ones who won't leave, who maybe should leave, because they're just trying to get a few blocks and it must take them an hour and a half.
Or they're living on the third story of a walk up.
Yeah, or there was a man so hunched over, if he went down the stairs to the subway forward, the center of gravity would have caused him to tumble, so he had to turn around and go down the stairs backward.
Aw.
Yeah, is that any way to live? Probably not, but
Yeah.
I like the dedication. That's going to be
So that'll
me.
be you.
I think so.
Okay. I'll visit you. I'll help you down the subway stairs.
Oh, that's nice. That would be especially in the snow. Think about that.
I'll help you. Don't slip. You'll be wearing those weird old man like black Frankenstein shoes. Sometimes those old men wear.
Extra padding, orthopedic support.
Mm-hmm. And you don't have to. They're Velcro, so you don't have to tie them.
Well, and your fingers,
And then in your apartment, you'll have the weird like chair over your toilet.
your dexterity, goes down, so you need the Velcro on the chair over the toilet because it's hard to get up.
Mm-hmm. You need the handles.
Oh boy, It's the
I'll
future
help
for
you.
everyone. You can come to the laundromat in the grocery store with me.
Okay.
Those are other romantic activities.
The laundromat.
Just because they're so boring. So if someone's hanging out with you, it's like, well,
I loved going to the laundry. It was like a dedicated time to be alone, and you had to do something, right? Like I'd bring a crossword. I brought the creative loafing. I would read the creative loafing. It was great. And then I made friends with the laundromat people. It was great. I loved it.
if someone is doing such a boring activity with you, I think it's very romantic. And if it's snowing, and then afterwards you walk them home to their stoop in the snow, and you say goodbye with a kiss or whatever it is, that's it. It's all you need. I'm gonna make a movie. That's all it is. Just
Okay.
people walking from the grocery store to a stoop.
You
saying
should
goodbye.
make a wintertime list of very interesting things to do in the winter, and that's one of them. Walk a friend to a stoop and give them a kiss goodbye.
Okay.
Walk your friend home and give them a kiss goodbye. Go walk in the park. Go to a beach.
In the winter.
Yeah, in the winter.
That's a very romantic thing. I went to Montauk once in the winter for a snowstorm.
Mm-hmm.
Took the train out there, looking out the window at the snowflakes. Got out there. Then you had to hole up because it was a big storm. Trek to the
love
bar.
Love that.
Man, you know what happens in Montauk in the summer? Bros. Bros is what happens. They're out there, they're partying, they're ruining things, they're loud, they're barfing, they're trying to hook up with everyone. They ruin that town. And on that note, thanks for listening to this episode of Greg Complains on One Topic. Autumn, tell everyone where you can find us.
You can find us everywhere online at One Topic. Except for Instagram or this, I think it's One Topic 01. Shit, hold on.
That's it. You're right.
What about Twitter?
Well, every time we do this, we say
I need to have this down. I've got to get like a wrap down at the end here. Okay. You can find me everywhere at Autopritz, Pritts. Go to our iTunes page and rate and review us. I haven't looked to see if we have any new reviews. Have you?
I have not.
But yeah, go review us. We like to look at them, and we would like to track and see how many we have.
We like to obsess over it and have it ruin our moods.
Right, and download our show. I don't know, lots of things.
All right, you got it.
Okay.
Good job.
I hate that end. I want to redo it.
Nope.
It's summertime, and I can understand if you still feel sad.